What up, huh?
What's
How
up with it?
you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm grateful. I complain.
She
Oh
said,
yeah.
she said, I'm grateful. Oh.
What's up with the teeth? You
Whatever.
feel me? That teeth?
Last week, Joe, she was like,
What?
yeah, Joe. Now she like,
I
hi,
know it's coming
hi,
from my
Joe.
teeth. She was
Oh,
coming from my head.
oh, hello, Joseph.
Man, they thought I was attacking the brother. I wasn't doing nothing.
I like,
Man,
dang,
coming
she
from my head,
balls
Queen.
on you, man.
My, my earphone was extra close.
Mm-mm.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
What's
Yes,
up
it was
with tea?
extra.
You still ain't made me no tea, no protein bars, no nothing. You be saying you got all that health stuff. I ain't got none of it.
All right. I'm gonna call you. We're gonna see. I'll be in the city this week.
Oh, for sure. I'll be in the city too. You gotta find me. You know where I live.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it cracking. I don't want to hold y'all too long, but I want to knock these topics out. Um, did did, did everybody see the links, the YouTube links?
Yep.
Watching, okay. All right, well, so we're gonna go into the first one. Why do so many women have pushback on what Alicia Rashad said? Did y'all see the video she had on Breakfast Club? Did y'all see that video?
You gonna play it?
Yep.
No, I ain't gonna play it, man. I don't play. I gotta play everything. That's why I asked y'all. Did y'all watch it?
Oh no, I watched it. I watched it. I ain't have no problem with what she said.
When I open up, you got to mute yours.
You say what?
I said when I open mine up, you got to mute yours when I talk
Okay.
because it'll do that double thing.
Okay. Go ahead.
So how did y'all feel about that video?
Yeah, I ain't have no problem with what she said, man. I actually thought what she said was very accurate. But you know what, man? It's a different day. It's a different time. You know what I'm saying? So like, things evolve and things, things get better and things get worse. But honestly, man, it's based on the person, man. If you want to go outside and you want to dress a certain way, you got to be okay with whatever comes with it. And I mean, I didn't have a problem with what she said. I mean, if you want to go outside and show your ass, I'm gonna look. You know what I'm saying? Keep it all the way real. I'm gonna look. I might not approach you or say nothing to you, but I'm gonna look. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we at right now.
Mm.
You get ready to go right now, right? Because brother's gonna wait, bro. Okay. He's his
Yeah,
phone on.
Felicia Rashad said Gen Z women no longer dress with grace or modesty. So her clip it went viral, and she was getting a lot of pushback from a lot of women, pretty much saying they should be able to dress and do whatever they want to do, and she should sit her old self down. How you feel about that, Gary?
I think if you take it back to you got to go volume down. I think if you take it back to the root, um, if you look at what the Lilith spirit is scripturally, and you look at the Jezebel spirit, that's primarily what's been wrong in the earth. So when you look at this Jezebel spirit, it just don't have to do with just how people dress. It has to do, and Jezebel doesn't have to be a female; it can be a male. It doesn't have to do with just people's dress. It has to do with an attitude and a thought process. And I think that's what Felicia Rashad was really pretty much getting at. Because when you look at what's on the exterior, it's a reflection of what's on the interior. And I think that's something that should be, we should examine a little bit further because that Jezebel spirit is roaming the earth right now. And I think that I think she's on to something.
Boxes? Yeah. Two of them?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Mm, yeah, yeah. I think it's no respect anymore. Like, especially when it comes to our elders. Like, if one of our elders say something, especially like someone like her, she's held in a high regard. She moves with elegance. You know what I'm saying, in class. She's a part of one of the greatest shows. For the black community, showing family. Having a doctor, you know, as one, and also a lawyer. Uh, I just feel like it is no respect. Like when she says something, she's not saying nothing in the she's not trying to disrespect anyone, you know. But I feel like in this day and age, a lot of us don't want to get. It's like we can't get checked anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's not good. Like, especially our you know, our older generation. Certain people, like, you need to just shut up and listen to them. So when she said that, it was just like, and she got pushback from that. I didn't understand at all, you know. So I feel like we definitely need to uh start respecting especially the ones who move in a certain way. We listen to people that's pushing like the bad stuff out there. Like they'll put a rapper who talking about drugs as like the voice. You know what I'm saying? But then you put somebody who hold themselves with elegance or class or polish. Why you talking? You need to shut up. And he's just like, man, you shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? That's my auntie talking right there. Fuck you talking about? So women, how do y'all feel about it, ladies? How y'all feel?
I really think that it is a trickle down. So if the generation prior to the generation that is being disrespectful, they haven't been taught to be respectful. They haven't been taught that, hey, this person, you know, you need to respect them. The legacy and lineage that this person comes from, this is something that you need to hold in high regard. If someone isn't taught to respect, then all they know is what they see. Children learn what they see. They don't learn what they've been told.
Mm. What about the older people too? Because you got people in their 20s and 30s um who act like children. You know what I'm saying? They mentality. You even got some in their 40s, you know, and they acting like they daughters. You know what I'm saying? Or
Right, it's a trickle down. So each generation gets worse and worse. You have grandmothers that are, you know, in their 30s now. So you have generations that are not in the same frame of mind as how we think of a generation. It's definitely more watered down than were were uh, how we were taught.
mm. What about you,
Hey,
Doc? I want to hear from Doc. There you go, Joe.
go ahead.
Hmm. So I agree with what everybody was saying. As each generation comes along, there is a lack of respect because it is not shown and it is not taught. So, like when I was coming along, it was always taught to respect our elders, no matter what they said. If we felt like it was something that they said that was not right, then we bring it back home and it's discussed. But we were never allowed to disrespect um, any elder, and so I raised my kids that way as well, and hopefully they're the next generation that when they have kids that they raise their kids that way as well because that is important, you know. And there are also um, younger grandmothers out here now coming up, but yet and still, just the respect level in its entirety um, is lacking, is lacking in our community.
Mm. What about you, Destiny? How you feel?
I feel like a lot of it has to do with generations and, you know, what is being put out, the images. I feel like, you know, growing up, we were taught a certain way. We were taught to respect our elders. We were taught to cover ourselves up, you know, be ladies and all of that. It's different now. The women that are out in the music, I think music is a big thing, a big influence, should I say. And so this is what the girls are seeing. This is becoming acceptable. You see the way they show up to the award shows. They would never wear that back in the day, you know, but that's just becoming normal. So I think that's what it has to do. A lot to do with it. We got babies raising babies.
Also, we grew up with the mantra of it takes a village.
Right.
So even if you grew up and you didn't know, some auntie, somebody's grandmother,
Gonna say something.
somebody would
Why?
pull you
Yes.
to
Why
the
you got that
side
little
and say something.
skirt on?
Right,
Cross
regardless.
your legs, you know.
Yeah. Somebody would say something. Now, honey, people so scared to say anything to anybody, even to their own children. I mean, the whole respect level is being they're taking advantage. These children are taking advantage due to media, due to a lot of things. You know, they'll slap their tears, all these challenges, slap their teacher challenge. So yeah, it's a whole different world.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, I think that too. Like, and then also, even like us doing these shows and everything, um, why are you questioning what I do? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And I feel like the problem right now is a lot of people need to get checked. You know what I'm saying? If you fucking up, I'm gonna call you on your bullshit. I don't give a fuck who you is. And I feel like that's important. You know what I'm saying? That's how we grow as a people. We got to start checking each other. You know what I'm saying? And then and like we talked about last week, you got all these subgroups and red here, blue here, even you know what I'm saying, like let's just say like our women, you know what I'm saying, separating themselves from the men, you know. But really we are the same. We are one. We ain't no I don't say, yeah, because the black man goes through this. No. We go through this, you know what I'm saying, because we're together. And I feel like what Paige just said, that's a part of being on code, knowing that we all
Pasha.
Passion. I'm sorry, I keep messing your name. I'm gonna call you P. PW, you know what I'm saying? Like DW off Arthur.
They
But
call me P. Yep.
PW. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, P. But we just gotta like she says, be on code. And I feel like we were known to be like classy people, you know, back in the day. Dressing up, you know, putting our stuff on. We are the epitome of that, and that's why I do like certain events where um, I want people to see us in a good light. Because I feel like in the media, like you see how look how G dressed right now, man. He look like he about to run for mayor. See that? So I feel like our people get looked at in a bad light. So um, I was looking at one of them award shows, and they had that rapper on there, Sukiana. She was doing this like she was on the floor. Like if that was my daughter, I would have called and cussed her ass out. The fuck you doing on the floor? Like you at an award show with your shaking your ass on the fucking floor. It's a time and a place for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like you could do your thing or whatever. But when you're on the red carpet and you got everybody named mama looking at that, have some class about yourself, man. You know what I'm
So let
saying?
me let
Can I
me give
say
you a
something too?
tidbit on that. Guess who her manager is?
Who?
Her mother.
Oh hell no.
So that is accepted. You got to think. There, there is no guidance. People are
I was
scared
gonna
to
say
say
that too,
something.
yeah. Yeah. And then you know what too? It's a lot too. Like my grandfather, it goes back to the men too. Like they had a standard for their women. Like I couldn't wear red nail polish. I couldn't do certain things or, talk on the phone after a certain time. Or it was like rules set by the man that the standard was the young women in their family couldn't do certain things. And now it's just like, well, now what's appealing to men is BBLs and who got the longest weave. That image is now president to be a cultural thing in a black community, even though white women strive to do the same thing as our culture. But now it's
Right.
more so the black woman is the one who is the image of the sexiness and exotic and all this extra stuff that we just deem as women, as a womanhood, when we got a long way from what the standard was, like you said. In the 60s and 50s, they had a standard. They went out and they was classy, they were modernized, it was just different. But I think
So
the men
now
too had
people,
more president of their women too. Like they had a standard for their woman. Their woman was not going to do this.
Right. I think it does stem from the man. And the women are
Hold on,
thinking
hold
that
on,
the
hold on, hold
man,
on. Hold on. What you say? What's them from the man?
I said that the what a woman thinks in their mind in today's society is who can push the envelope the farthest, because that is what the media is teaching these young people, like who can go the farthest, who can take off the most clothes, who can do this, who can do this. Tongue in cheek is the standard now. It's not who can hold back the most, who is the most modest. Women think that this is what men want to, the men today want to see.
But why is that? Why is that the women think?
Media.
Because that's what
Media.
the men are lusting over. Those are the women who's getting attention. And I think that's what it has to do with.
Sans who? I think those are the women that's being looked at, but I don't think those are the women that the men wants for real. Like I said, I tell everybody, man, I'll be like, I want somebody wholesome. I think Stan
Right.
heard that all the time. I'll be like, I mean, but for real though, like if I'm out and about and somebody's wearing no clothes, I mean, as a man, I'm gonna look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look. Like I said, I probably won't approach them because that's not, my type. That's not my type. But if you flaunting and you got it out there, so but that's
So
not no
the
that the men are looking to marry. We not, those aren't are forever chicks. Those
right.
the right now chicks, I mean, I'm gonna
But
keep it
you
on real, like the way we talk, we be like, yeah, we'll fuck them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm
so
keeping
that's what the women are thinking, that they holding that as value. Hey, I'm fuckable. I'm this, I'm that. They're not even looking long term, because that's so all of us on this call know the right answer, right? But we have a whole society that thinks that men want that. So
yeah, I
we
but
have to change the narrative.
Yeah,
yeah,
when women don't even get dressed for men anymore. You know who they
sure.
get dressed for?
Women.
They get dressed for women.
Well, y'all
And
got y'all got all these
women get dressed for
standards.
women? Because everybody look the same. Like I don't like my woman looking like everybody else. And on top,
I'm sorry.
and
I,
on top of that, that's another thing. Women think they know what men want, but they never ask men what we want.
if I can segue into exactly what you just said, there is not one guy that I know that has walked into a spot and said, you know what? I just love them eyelashes. That do it for me, man. She just give me. There's
Oh
not.
my gosh, y'all say that, but it go back to the date thing and how y'all set the
Mm-hmm.
tone of the conversation and how you expect when you show up to that woman. Yeah, y'all say I ain't going to Wendy's. I ain't doing this. I don't like eyelashes. I don't like that's neither here nor there. If you say, hey baby, I'm interested in you, meet me after 5. We're gonna go somewhere and after 5 is higher. Set the tone of how you would like your woman to dress. And then she can go off of something. But you just say we went to Wendy's. You
You
gonna
don't
throw
have
on
to
some
set
yoga pants and some
Why are we
you don't have to set hold on, Joe. You don't have to set no tone when you already are the tone. Like if I go on a date with a woman, she already know how I'm coming. I'm coming in there and you see how Gary dressed right now? I'm already coming the way I'm supposed to come. So if she come and she not matching what I got going on, I don't want to be with her. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go the other way. I feel like social media has ruined the dating world. It's fake. You know what I'm saying? You got everybody looking at likes and views and all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's nobody don't even like approach women no more on the one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how you doing? I'm Joe James with the first two names. Like I'm speaking as a whole. And then when the guys do approach the women, some of the women they get chewed out. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't want to talk to you. You need to send me a cash app. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, he just asked for your number. I heard a dude was talking to a chick the other day. She like, cash out me $100 and I give you my number.
Yeah, that'd be a chick I'll never talk to. I'd be like, oh, I'm cool. I'm straight. I'm
I'm
sure.
good.
Hey, listen, man, I'm more like what Drake said. What they sweat, hairstyle, check your makeup on. Them the kind of women I like, man. Somebody that we could just go and chill. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere, I'm not real into like the fine dining and all that. I mean, I will do that if that's what somebody want to do. I will do that, but I like to be outside. I like nature. You know what I'm saying? I like to be outdoors. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. I mean, and a lot of times, I'm getting dirty. You know what I'm saying? So if you showing up all dialed up, and that's what I was saying on Friday. If you showing up all dialed up, yes, it's a time and a place for that, and like I do like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's not really me. You know what I'm saying? That's not me. So a lot of times I don't approach those type of women that be dialed up and looking a certain way. A lot of times I don't even because they honestly they got a little stereotype. When they be dialed up, that they is gonna try to run your pockets, and I work way too hard for somebody to try to run my pockets for real. You know what I'm saying?
So
So
just like Escorting said, the whole focal point of the importance, the true importance to the young people are, oh, this person has 10,000 followers, and every post is talking about, hey, I need this Cash App to get any of my time. I need this to get some of my time. Mom's not in the home. She's either working or she on her own mission to get her own man. She ain't thinking about, telling her child anything because she want a man herself. The daddy in jail, and it's 3 other baby daddies in jail with the other baby daddy. Like the focal point needs to be changed. I used to want to do an etiquette class to get people back focused on the things that are in the present, not what's on this phone.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go into the next one, the next topic. Do women like men that lead with their money?
Well,
Keep your foot down, hold your foot down.
I think it goes all into the type of woman we're talking about. I like how the video broke it down because I feel like you do have to approach different women differently. So we have the bad and bougie, and then we have the classy women. Both require the same thing. They want, a man that gets us together that money. But one person is going to care more about it than the next person.
Are you going still?
In my opinion, like me, that's not a big thing. So if you lead with money, that to me is a turn on. That's just me personally because I already got it. But a woman who's not used to having it, or just go after that type of man, that's what she wants you to lead with. She wants you to go out and buy her expensive bag and shoes and take her on nice trips and and that goes back to social media so she can get online and brag and try to impress other people.
Any other ladies?
so I have a personal experience with that. My ex-fiance, initially he, was the type of person that, he had money. He was smart as well as a hustler. He was, book smart as well as street smart. So he led with that. But sometimes, and a lot of times, it happens to whereas, I did, give him a chance. And, once we were in an 8-year relationship. So, money don't always last. So what he led with, he couldn't finish with, but I didn't leave him because, and it was right around the time I went to federal prison. I did 2.5 years. I did taxes. So, he took care of me the whole time I was incarcerated and took care of my kids. We don't have kids together and everything. And, he got into a car accident. So, he needed help. So, I didn't leave when I came home from prison. I got right to it. I got to work. We stayed together as long as we could. We owned 2 Metro PCS stores together. So I wasn't shallow to say, hey, that money gone, so I'm gone. I appreciated what he did for me and I tried to reciprocate.
Can I chime in? I mean, I know that was to the ladies. But I just want to say, sometimes, well, I can speak for myself, like we all, and like everybody on this call know that I'm cheap. But hold on. He's telling me to put my seatbelt on. All right, so look, everybody on this call know that I'm cheap, right? But so like, if I spend $1, I'm not spending $1 to show you that I got $1. I'm spending $1 to show you that I got you. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between somebody that's spending money to be like, hey, look at me, and then it's somebody else that may spend some money because I got you. I'm holding you down. You know, it's not about what I'm spending my money on. I just want you to know, you know what I'm saying, no matter what, I got you. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Any other ladies?
I wanted to just kind of piggyback on what he just said. I lead with limits. I started in later years to lead with limits. So like it was one young lady I've been kind of talking to, and I spoke with her. I just asked her a question. I said, you know, if I slid by your crib and I dropped off a bag of lemons at the door, what you gonna do with it? And she gave me an explanation, and it was acceptable. And what she told me was, she said, well, you know, I would chop them up, put them in a couple different dishes, maybe you know, add it to some vegetables, maybe add it to a stir fry, maybe add it to, you know, some teas or something like that. But me personally, I really don't like lemonade, so I wouldn't make lemonade with it. But the fact that she had an explanation, an alternative with the resource that I could provide her with was definitely something that was of the thought process that I was looking for. So I like to lead with a resource so that I know how you think. Because whatever I bring, especially if it's my time, I expect for a woman to be able to multiply that time, multiply that resource. Because if you're going to be a helpmate in my life, I wouldn't have you around for a long time, or marriage, or whatever the case may be. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a helpmate. I'm not looking for somebody who can be just totally independent, because we have to be dependent upon each other. I have to be able to depend on you. I have to be able to depend on me. If stuff go to the left, if this economy crash, all this independent stuff is going out the window. Because a lot of times, if you don't have the skill set to be able to hunt, fish, build, whatever the case may be for basic survival, a lot of times you're not going to last, and only the strong going to survive.
Hey, man, I don't talking about no damn limits, man. We talking about money, bro.
I got what you said.
If I bring some lemons to y'all door, what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna chop them up and make some cakes, that motherfucker.
Make some lemonade. Make some lemonade.
I like lemonade, especially spiked lemonade.
Some fresh
icing, because if you make the lemon icing, then that's something, you know, that's something sexy. Come on.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Sexy side of that. Can you make the lemon icing? I don't have to buy it. You know, I can melt it on you. You know what I mean? That's sexy shit. What can you do with these lemons? It's not just about the resource, it's about the whole ambiance, you know?
I'm just talking shit, man.
Hey, ladies.
I got what you were saying.
Hey, ladies. Do y'all expect a man to pay on the first date? Everybody, I want to hear everybody's response. Destiny, Doc, P, do y'all expect a man to pay on the first date?
The library.
Oh, that's a good question.
I might go to that beach.
Do I expect it?
If you're one in South Euclid, let her.
Answer the question.
Yeah, I try to be.
Yeah, I kind of do.
I try to make it.
Unless I'm the one setting up the first date.
What about
I
you?
pay for first date.
So you expect the guy to pay, or you pay on the first date? The guy that just meet, he asks you on a date, who should pay?
No, you shouldn't.
So the man don't pay?
The man does pay.
Oh, the man does pay.
He does.
What about you, Joy?
If a man is asking me out on a date and is pursuing me, then I honestly do expect him to pay.
What about you, P? Should a man pay on the first date? If y'all both having a conversation and y'all like, okay, it's time for us to go out together. It's a mutual thing. Who should pay on that first date? Y'all kind of quiet over there. Like I don't hear no.
I just asked my nursing staff the
You good.
same question, and they all said they expect a man.
So y'all all answered the question. Y'all expect men to leave with their money then. So men should leave with their
That's not
money.
leading with money though.
That is leading with their money because you expect a man to pay on the first date. So if a man pay on the first date,
That's really not leaving. That goes back to what I said. It's like, well, I got you. Know what I'm saying? I got you. But me personally, I ain't going nowhere where I got to spend no money on no first date unless it's under $20. I'm gonna be honest with you. Know what I'm saying? But that's showing me.
Next week he took me to the Cavs game. I was backstage. Like he came back.
What happened?
I got nothing I want to do. You already know.
I'm sorry, y'all.
What happened?
you good. She good. Keep talking, Joe.
Oh yeah. I mean, kind of like what Joy said. If a man, all right. So look, if I'm talking, because I got 4 boys. So like, if I'm talking to my boys, and I'm telling my boys like, all right, you want to go on a date, you want to this, you want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure that they have money. You know what I'm saying, to pay for whatever it is that they're doing, because like Joy said, they set this up. They chase this, you know what I'm saying? And then, so now I do feel like it is that man's responsibility to take care of that. Now, that's where, my creativity comes in at, because I don't want to spend a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? So I try to get creative. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'll be like, shit, what can we do for free? Well, the zoo free on Mondays. You want to go to the zoo? you know, uh, before 12 o'clock, the museum's free on Saturday. You want to do an early date on Saturday and go to the museum, and then after that, I might spend $7, on a coffee or ice cream or, something. But, but that's just me. I try to get creative. I'll be like, man, you know what? I'm gonna go on over to Hobby Lobby and get some of these canvases, and we gonna go down to the lake and we gonna paint the lake. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's
We
different. That's different, kid.
But you kind of moving the goalposts because I asked the women, do they expect a man to pay on the first date? If y'all both talking and you say, you know what,
no. But then you said that's leading with money, and that's not leading with.
it is leading with money because
That's not leading with money.
look, it's the point. The point what I'm trying to say is it's not about how much or whatever. My initial question was, do women like men that lead with their money? So if a man takes a woman,
Showing up,
Joe, listen to what I'm saying. Joe,
showing.
listen to me. Listen to me, because I'm actually helping you out because you cheap anyway.
Oh, pretty cheap.
The initial question was, do women like men that lead with their money? So if y'all both come to y'all talking for a couple times on the phone, he say, man, we should go out, and y'all pick a spot as a collective. It's a mutual thing. And when the check come and you say, don't worry about it, I got that. That's why I asked. So if a dude leading with his money at that point, he's paying for the date.
Money, because leading with your money is that very first interaction. So like that very first interaction, like that girl said, he had on all his chains, he had on probably everything that nigga owned and shit. Right here, this is my street. He had on everything he owned. So he like, look at me, look at me, look at me. You know what I'm saying? So now the women is looking at him the same way that women walk around with their ass out. The same way that these women walk around with their titties out. They walk around with their ass out and their titties out because they like, look at me. You know what I'm saying? But if a man approach you, y'all talk a few times, y'all have a couple of conversations. Yes, I do think it's that man's responsibility to cover that first date. And that's why I say a first date shouldn't be no more than an hour, and you should go somewhere that's affordable.
All right, so look, I met this lady, and she asked me to go out to eat for a business date. It was a business date. And first she wanted to go to Marble Room and all these other spots. And I couldn't go to Marble Room because I wasn't going downtown. So I said, so we decided to go to Benihana's, right? Business day. She asked me to go to Benihana's. when the waiter came, he said, "Hey," she said, "Can I get 3 sushis? Can I get chicken, scallops, uh salmon?" She ordered like 4 different meats for the Benihanas. She didn't even want tap water. You know what she wanted? Japanese water. She asked for 3 margaritas, a bottle of wine, all this shit, right? Mind you, this is a business date. And she asked me to go. The bill came, it was $280 just for her order or whatever. You know how much my bill was? $65. I even got a driver to take us to the business meeting so we can have our meeting and everything like that. I paid the
Yeah,
driver.
that was uncouth. That was uncouth.
I paid the driver. Driver paid his own meal. His meal was $50. So mind you, before we went out to eat, we handled the business. I got all that situated. Oh my gosh, Gordon, you're just amazing. I like the way you smell, Gordon. I like the way you look. You're just a wonderful businessman, Gordon. I picked her up in the Range Rover, back seat, so we got our meeting. Oh my gosh, Gordon, ah. So when that bill came and she ordered all this shit, I'm like, I hope she thinks she's paying for this. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Even though I had the money to pay for it or whatever. This ain't my chick. And it's a business meet. I dropped her off, but after that, the bill came, she wound up paying for it. You could tell she really didn't have the bread. That might have been her last $300. So right after she paid for the meal, she started giving me real dry vibes. I'm talking to her, asking her different things. She give me the cold shoulder and all this shit. After, oh my gosh, Gordon, you're so amazing. So then we drop her off, my driver and everything. I'm walking her to the door. She says, for the record, a man's supposed to pay for the woman's meal or whatever. And you know what I told her, Joe James? For the
What you tell me?
record, for the record, I didn't ask you to go out. For the record, you're not my woman. For the record, I didn't even bring up all the her being a gluttony and buying all this, paying for buying all this bullshit. She did that because she looked at me like this man got it. He gonna pay for it. You see what I'm saying? Because I pull up in nice cars or whatever the fuck.
But
So
did you hear what you said? You said you didn't ask her to go out.
it don't matter. She expected me to pay for the fucking meal. I'm not paying no goddamn $300. You ain't my girl. I don't give a fuck who you is. And that's what I'm saying. And that's the thing. A lot of women think just because a man take you out that she expect girlfriend vibes. You're not my girlfriend. So why am I paying for you?
You gotta set the tone as the man. You gotta be like, look, man, that's what we doing.
We ain't doing shit. We ain't doing shit because she paid for that shit. And then I checked her ass after the meeting. I mean, I dropped her off because what she tried to do was belittle me or try to lower my self-esteem. You supposed to pay for this. You supposed to do that. And I checked her real nice and say, look, I never asked to go out. We could have met at my office. You wanted to meet with me. We could have met here. I could have grabbed some food. And I gave her alternatives. I say, look, you want soul food, breakfast, you want a smoothie. I'm telling you exactly what I can give you. And or Jamaican. I gave her options, Joe. And she said, I don't want that. She said, I don't want that. You know what she said she wanted?
Go out. So because you never asked her to go out, the expectation should have been already there. She knew you wasn't paying. If I don't ask you to go out, I'm not paying for shit either. I ain't asked you.
Yeah, but I still was trying to be a gentleman. I gave her alternatives what she want to eat. And I was going shit. And what I did was I was gonna bring the food to my studio. We could have met, ate whatever you wanted. I gave you options what you should get, 4 different options. She wanted oysters and shit like that. I ain't paying for no. I'm definitely so I knew what type of time she was on. I'm like, man, hell no. So that's why. But long story short, after I checked her, she
you should have told her to go eat. Then she could have met you at your office. Like you said, you never asked her to go out. You never asked her to go out. That's the main thing of it all. You never asked her to go out.
Let me finish the story real quick.
Yeah, my bad.
After I checked her when she tried to check me, I left. 5 minutes later, she texted me and said, I apologize. You was absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? Da 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 da. She probably talked to her friends like, and mind you, the night before I put something in her pocket. I booked her for something that generated money for myself. So I
Mm-hmm.
already took care of you, was a gentleman, did all this shit, but you're not about to try to sit there and play me or whatever the fuck because you think I'm gonna be doing all this shit. I'm not doing that. And I
But
think
that's
that's the problem. That's the problem. A lot of guys be doing that shit because a woman think because she got ass, titties, she got a nice face that he supposed to be doing all this shit. Hell no. I look fucking good. I don't give a fuck about your ass and your titties. I look good. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
got
she
Recognize your worth after that. You recognize your worth after that, right? But you got chosen first,
I've
and
been
then you
working out
had to
my
make sure that she was the right one through a series of events. But yeah,
she
that's
not
how
my
that
girl.
play out.
You not my girl. If you my woman, you get whatever the fuck you want. You ain't my chick. So why am I paying all this money? Now, if we in a relationship or if it's business, say if it's somebody like Joy or you, even you, P, and we going out, I'll probably pay for your food. You know why? Because we do business together. You see what I'm saying? I have no relationship with you. I don't even fucking know you. And you think because you got a name and you got ass, you got titties and all this other extra shit, you think I'm supposed to pay for you? Man, hell no. I ain't paying for shit. You pay. Matter of fact, you pay for my fucking meal. You know what I'm saying?
hey,
'Cause you need my resources. You need my resources that was worth $50,000, and you can't pay $70 for my meal.
So that sounds familiar. And okay, look. So mental illness is real, right? So let's delusional is real, right?
mm-hmm.
So case in point, um, the a lot of people say communication rules the nation, right? No, communication and understanding and comprehension rules the nation. We can't forget those last two, because you can communicate with somebody all day if they don't understand what you're saying. And reading the room is very essential. Reading the
Yes.
room, a lot of people don't do that. So a lot of people think, oh, I'm a reality TV star. Oh, I do this. Oh, I do that. Oh, I get paid for a living. I was a dancer. I was this. I was that. Okay, regardless, honey, that is your world. That is what you live in over there. That don't mean everybody is encompassed in that mindset, in that world. So let's start at the beginning of this conversation. You ask me. That's the beginning and the end.
It ain't
Yep.
even about, to be honest with you, with me, it's not even about if who asks who or whatever. Cause to be honest with you, if she would have ordered like something I did, I would pay for it gladly. It was no problem. But it's the fact that she
Because that's the person that you are. Because
exactly.
you are that way.
That exactly. And I was gonna pay for it regardless. But when you start ordering all this bullshit, I knew what type of time she was on when she
Right.
talked about getting oysters for fucking lunch on the business
Yeah.
day. Like
Some
what the fuck is
people are
That was a red flag
users.
right there. That was a red flag right there.
I'm
Some
like,
people are
man.
just users.
They just want a free meal and they
But
think
that's
you
the
got,
thing.
well, they know you got it.
That's the
Yep.
thing.
Or
That's what
they
I'm
think.
saying.
They think.
That's what women put out these days. I know y'all women don't do that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all telling us y'all don't do it. But most women online, they be talking that same shit. So
Still,
that's
they,
what I'm talking about. And I'm telling y'all young dudes, stop spending money on these women, man. Put value into yourself. Stop doing that shit. Because just as much as she can make you climax, you can make yourself climax. You got to know your own motherfucking worth, man. I'm tired of that shit. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
some people have insecurities in other facets of their being. So, in all, they think, like I said, mental illness is real. It goes both ways. They think, oh, because I'm not endowed, because I don't have these four other qualities that they think that these women want. Again, it's all about perception. And what is perception? Nothing, right?
But you know
So
what?
it's the perception.
But you know why that they got all these insecurities and mental health? Because there's a bunch of punk ass simps out there. They don't got nobody like myself who is confident and telling you that you don't gotta lead with your motherfucking pocket. You don't. You need me. I put value in myself. I work on my mental, my physical, my spirit, my emotion, and my intellect. You work on yourself. I'm the same kid who was in foster care. Both my parents was on drugs. You know what I'm saying? I've been homeless. I've been shot at. You know what I'm saying? I've been expelled.
But you have worked introspectively
Yes,
to know.
but Joy, I'm telling you this. I'm saying this because it's a young dude listening to me right now, and he went through the same shit that I went through, and I'm letting them know, like, just because you go through that situation, don't let people affect your mind or your brain, because they do push the mental health. Some people they say mental health, and they don't have mental health. They just
Oh
need
yeah,
they just
they
need to
use
love.
it.
They just need to love themselves. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing wrong with that. Stop listening to these women who telling you nothing because you don't got no money. You might be young. You're not supposed to have no money right now. But if you work on yourself, that will come. Stop chasing these women. Stop trying to lead with your other head. You know
Stop
what I'm saying?
watching reality TV.
And focus on
Lose.
your bread. And that shit gonna come.
We just got to be the change. I mean, we just got to reach. It's all about the reach. We got to reach more people to set the tone. We got to be the change that we want to see. So you starting this is a huge factor in creating this collective change.
So Stan, so if you ask somebody on a date, I know you engaged now, but let's just go back to before that. If you ask, somebody you've been talking to for months, maybe for like 3-4 weeks, and you was like, hey, let's go out. You wouldn't cover the bill if y'all pulled up to an ice cream shop?
Yeah. Yeah, I cover it. I mean, I'm coming in intentions to pay for it, but a lot of my first dates actually were Dutch. Woman paid, I paid. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about who pay or what pay. You know what I'm saying? But I don't mind paying for the food or the meal or whatever it is. My thing is
money.
it's
I don't.
this the thing, Joe. People use people. Don't fucking use me. It ain't to use. You can use me, but don't misuse me. That's my thing.
Right. Well,
Use me with the right capacity, though. Use me with the right intention, the right capacity, but be willing to give too. That's the whole thing, too.
Because old girl that went on that business date, that wasn't a date where I'm trying to build with her like in another way. You know what I'm saying? But she wanted to use me to get a free plate so she can post on social media and show her friends. This is my first meal of the year. I'm eating scampies. I'm eating lobster. I'm eating all this stuff. It has nothing to do with the meeting. You wanted a plate.
Well, I
Right.
think a lot of women are conditioned to think that men just want the end game. The majority of men want that end game, that they want sex at the end of the day. But that wasn't your situation with that. That was a business situation.
Yeah.
But when you're looking at the bigger perspective, a lot of guys or a lot of women are probably conditioned to think that that's what the end game is. So they want to get treated. They want somebody to go out and do all of that.
I
What
stay.
the saying
A
say,
lot
they
of
say you
a,
gotta pay to play.
a lot
I,
of factors in mental illness stems from manipulation. A lot of things that are put out in the media, just put out in the forefront, is based off of manipulation. Definitely, people use mental illness as a crutch, but there are a lot of disparities. I worked at a mental health agency. I worked with homeless people, and do you know them are some of the most manipulative people in the world. Them people live off the system, and all they want is, okay, what can you give me? They don't want to do nothing that you're asking them to do. All they want is their handout, and they want you to put something in it. If you don't put nothing in their hand, they ain't signing no papers. They're not doing anything to help themselves. They want you to give them something without them doing not one damn thing.
But say something, Joe.
all right. So Stan, saying I apologize. I definitely apologize because I guess I didn't understand the question that well. When you said lead with money, I was under the impression of like wearing everything you own, like like putting on 4 or 5 designers, putting on your chains, putting on your watches, and whatever with everything you own, and you walking around and you saying like, look at me. That's what I thought you meant when you said lead with money. I didn't know you meant like going on a first date or, you know, vibing or doing whatever was leading with your money. You know what I'm saying? So let me apologize, you know, on that note.
Well, I say this, Joe, you wasn't wrong about that. I just was coming from my perspective. But that's just like a woman lead with sex, right? You got one woman who wear fishnets, but you got another woman who wear tight revealing clothes that still resemble sex, but she's not naked, but you can see like, okay, it's the same thing. So that it was a metaphor or analogy that I said because it was more so me talking about it don't matter if a guy got 1,000 chains on, and that's why I asked the women, who do they expect to pay for the first date? And most of them said that they expect the man to pay. So the man is actually leaving money.
And honest with you, man, like I would tell my boy, I tell my boys, don't go on a date if you can't pay for both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I got a 21-year-old, a 20-year-old, an 18-year-old, and a 17-year-old boys. You know what I'm saying? And I tell them, when they're courting or when they're dating or when they're like not hanging out, you know what I'm saying? But like when you like this person and you want to, kind of want to see what may happen or what may not happen, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to go to, I don't know, what's a nice place?
Steak and Shake.
It's two for $30. Wendy's. And if they don't got money, I'm a cash out.
Yeah, I don't mind paying on the first date. I just don't like when people like when women they expect dudes to spend over $100 on the first date. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not about to happen.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
No, I'm not expecting that either. Like, if I'm going on the first date, I'm gonna try to minimize as much as I can because I'm the type I go out and I order a lot of stuff on the first date. I'm like, all right, don't overdo it. Just get one thing here to this. So that ain't my MO at all.
Another thing too, man. Some women they expect. It's like I miss when social media wasn't a thing. Because a lot of women are getting more confidence now. Like they may not look a certain way, but they expect you to spend money on them. I'm like, dude, you ain't even nice. Like,
man, that's because women tell all women that they look good.
Man, we're the only ones that be honest. If they be like, what's your friend? They be like, what's your friend look like?
That's false. Not all black women tell black women they look good.
Yes, they
black
do.
Women are in
Yes, they
competition
do.
with each other.
Yes,
now,
they do.
No, they don't.
Not you.
That's something that we're missing. We're missing that from the black woman.
I do be seeing
uplift the woman.
I do be seeing a lot of that.
I'm not speaking to you, but as a whole, I'm being honest. Most women do say, "Oh, my friend cute." You remember on Friday when Janet Jackson? He said she looked like Janet Jackson, and she pulled up looking like Freddie Jackson. That's definitely true. Now, if you ask me about my friends, I'll be like, man, my boy, he 5'11", he wear gold ties, glasses. He's a 6-figure earner. You know, I'm being honest or whatever. Women don't do that. They gas their friends up, and their friends really don't be nothing.
Hey, he talking about you. He talking about you, Gary. He talking about you. I looked over like he got a gold tie, he got glasses on. He talking about you.
We gotta be honest with each other, man. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that to like bash our women, but I'm speaking as a whole. Like if you look on social media, you see all these posts. He need to spend this. He need to do that. Young Miami just went viral. Talk about Birkin bags not even in no more. That's a $20,000 purse. And then the thing is, women, they like it, they share it. They may not say that's that, but a lot of them are doing that. Just because you don't say it, if you like it or you share it, is that the same thing?
What's a Birkin bag?
I don't even know.
I'm about to hop in.
Can you buy that? Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, the whole getting back to this whole. Now we're looking back at material things, right? This whole leading with money on the first day. But if we're looking at these material things, how do you know that what I'm wearing is designer? A lot of people don't know suits. You know suits. Joe probably knows suits. You can probably look at it and see what brand it is. But just because I'm wearing that brand doesn't mean I paid what it cost on the shelf for it. You know what I mean?
And
So
oh,
Go ahead, G.
no, I was just saying. So I mean, when we look at like just the aspect of leading with money or leading with presentation, like I could come to a date, I can come to a business function, a business convention, dressed in an off-brand suit, off-brand tie, off-brand shoes, not even something made in China, and shut the room down because I'm the value, I'm that charisma, I'm that energy. And yeah, but when people are tied into that mindset of money or leading with the money, it's a false sense of reality. It's a delusion. Because when all that stuff fall and go away, the same way you got her is the same way you're gonna lose her. Believe.
During COVID was the best time I seen with our people, where everybody was working out. It wasn't about no money. It was about who making these recipes, push-up challenges, all these different things. Soon as that stimulus check came and PPP and all this other stuff, people buying seafood bags. They trying to floss. I'm out of town. I'm doing all of this. But before that, it was about survival. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, a lot of people looking at money, but it's about protection, direction, and if you get that affection, it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we look at the wrong stuff, man. The society has turned a lot of our women against us because it's more about money as opposed to like unity. You know what I'm saying? Worshiping the money. But you know what's more important than money? Somebody know how to think, how to get the money, the blueprint. Because if I lose something, how do I get it back?
so just like you said, the factor of men leading with money, I think in turn, in reference to some women, they lead with what they have on the exterior. They know within that they're not all that they need and want to be. So guess what? They lead with, oh, I'm gonna have this outfit on, or I'm gonna look this way, or I'm gonna look this way, I'm gonna get this wig, I'm gonna get now mind you, I like wearing makeup because I do makeup for one, and I know how, I'm not gonna go and pay somebody to do the stuff. So I do a lot of things on my own. I'm not gonna go out and get the most expensive outfit. I'm gonna, put things together because I've been a stylist. I know how to go to the thrift store. I know how to make things look good on a dime. But you have some women that don't have those creative aspects to them, to whereas they think and they lead with, oh, well, I'm going to buy this most expensive thing. Now, mind you, they lights about to get turned off. They kids look trashy and they don't care. But you know what I'm saying? It's that whole delusional aspect of things. People live these fake lifestyles on Instagram and don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. So on both aspects, men and women need to come out of these fake lifestyles and be whatever it is they are. I was homeless before. I know how it is, so if we could just get out of this faking to make it stuff, then I think we get a little further along.
Yeah, that's 1,000% true, man. I remember I was having a conversation with this female, and she told me, she was like, I know exactly what to put on for me not to she was like, I know exactly what to put on for me not to spend no money when I go out to the bar. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah. She was like, if you see me out and I got my titties out, she was like, that means I ain't spending no money. She was like, I ain't, and she was like, I ain't got to spend no money like that whole night. She was like, because guys don't want to talk to me. She was like, first thing they're going to want to do is buy me a drink. She was like, so I take their drink, I talk to them for a little bit. She said, then they're going to come back, and she was like, they're going to come back and ask me, do I want another drink or this, that, and the third. She was like, I know exactly what to put on. So that's kind of like what guys do, you know what I'm saying, when they throw on 1,000 chains or when they throw on all those name brands. You know what I'm saying? I got name brands too, but when I buy my clothes, I make sure that the name brand is really, really small. You know what I'm saying? I make sure that everything is really, really small because I don't want that to be the first thing somebody sees. Plus, my mama taught me how to dress a long time ago when I was a kid, and she always dressed me business casual. You know what I'm saying? So I get a lot of, especially when I was in high school, I used to get made fun of. You know, they be, why you always dress business casual? I be like, this what my mom buy. You know what I'm saying? So now when you see me out, like if I'm not like at the gym or something or at work, I'm usually dressed business casual. You know what I'm saying? And I'm dressed real, real modest. Like, I mean, I do got some pieces, but like I said, it ain't gonna be nothing real big. It's not gonna say a brand real big across my chest. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be really tiny small. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be barely noticeable. And then if somebody point it out, I usually try to hide it. You know what I'm saying? Like the time me and you, Stan, we was having a conversation in the last at the last episode. You know what I'm saying? Not the last one, but the one before. And you was like, you look like an H&M model, and I started laughing. And somebody was like, oh no, they was like, that's a polo sweater. And I tried to like hide the brand. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I don't really like that. I don't like when people be like, oh, you got this on or you got that.
Yeah.
It's so funny that you bring that up because that reminds me of I went to Morgan State, so I lived in Baltimore. So Baltimore and DC are 30 minutes away, but they hate each other. So I had Baltimore friends and I had DC friends. So DC people couldn't stand Baltimore people because the majority of Baltimore people, the more ghetto they are, the bigger their replica of whatever they were wearing. You know, they had 1,000 emblems of polo. It was big and flashy. So DC, in turn, dresses like how you dress. You know, the smallest of the emblem, very modest, very, they were urban or whatever the trend was at the time. This was, back in the day, but it was more modest. So that's how they said that they could tell a Baltimorean from someone that was from DC. So that just stuck out in my mind when you just said that.
Hey, other ladies, before we go to the next topic, I want to hear from y'all because y'all kind of quiet. Isis normally got stuff to say, but I think I shut her down last episode, so I got her on mute.
Oh, that sounds like a challenge. What's up, Isis? What's up? Talk your talk.
She ain't even got no picture on her screen.
Hey. Hey.
We can't even hear her. She got that neck shell over there. Yeah, got that chirp over there.
What?
Huh?
He said you got a next tail.
I just got in.
You got a 730 over there.
I was trying to take
Hello.
You know what?
Oh, what's up, man? I can't hear you. She got a what's that? What's the phones you had? Rebels? The Rebel phone back in the day?
She got a Caracera. What is it? The Caracea? Caracea?
Caracera.
She got one of them brick phones. She got one of the phones when Gary graduated with the big antennas that stretch. The big old.
Okay, y'all. I don't know what
this how their phones look back in the day.
What I was talking about.
She got that phone over there. Hey, Isis, what's up? What's up, Doc? How you feeling?
What's up? What's up? I got in late. So I don't know what y'all was talking about, so that's why I was quiet because I was trying to really get into whatever question y'all was answering because y'all was jumping around when I got in.
We're gonna go to the next topic, and then you can start.
Okay. Oh Jesus.
All right. Can you tell a lot about a person, depending on what they drink? Go ahead, Isis. It's on you. Can you tell a lot about a person depending on what they drink?
You mean like alcohol and stuff? That's what you're talking about?
We talking about holy water. That's what we talking about. Yeah, what you drink, liquor. Like if you go in the bar, you know what I'm saying?
No, not really. Me personally, I don't think that's true. I don't think you can tell anything about a person. I don't think you tell anything about a person by what they drink.
What? Where you from?
Ohio, Cleveland.
Why you don't
I don't think that's right. Because when I went to school in Tennessee, me saying pop, people thought I was from the South. Never was from the South, born and raised in Ohio, but everybody thought I was down there. Some people think a lot of women are sophisticated or classy just because they only drink wine, or you only see them drinking wine. But sometimes, they might be throwing some shots back. Like, you don't know. I don't feel like you can tell anything about somebody by what they drink. Me personally, I don't think you can.
So if you walk into a bar and the dude walk up to you and he got 2 bottles of rosé, and he say, "Hey, I want to give you a drink," what would you think about this guy? Don't be smiling. Unmute your mic. Talk. Unmute that mic. Put them glasses on your eyes.
I wasn't even ready for this conversation. So
you gotta always be ready when you're around me. Because when you is ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
What would I think about a guy that comes up to me with 2 bottles of rosé in the club? That he's trying to flaunt. He's doing too much already. Because why you got 2 whole bottles still? You drink a bottle, you finish a bottle, you get another bottle. Why you got 2 bottles coming up to me? I would think they're extra.
So can you tell a lot about a person, but depending on what they drink?
I mean, that wasn't because of him drinking a rosé. That was just because of him having 2 bottles.
But isn't rosé a drink?
Yeah. But a lot of people like champagne. A lot of people like, I don't know. Me personally, when it comes to drinking, I don't judge people by what they drink. So, I know people that judge me by drinking beer, because a lot of women don't drink beer. I drink beer.
So if you at a bar and the dude say, "Let me get an Old English," what would you feel about him?
He just like beer.
Like Old English.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna jump in real quick.
Go ahead, G.
So alcohol is the Arabic term for body eating spirits. The body eating spirits, right? That's Arabic. That's why I get a lot of Muslims that don't drink alcohol. It's about spirit. So for me, I don't judge people by what they drink. I don't drink anymore. I ain't drank in 2 years. I ain't smoked in 2 years. So I'm not saying I'm some angel or something, but I look at this stuff differently. And I'm not Muslim. I just, went on my own spiritual journey. But I look at it like if I see somebody drinking Hennessy, especially a female, I'd be like, damn, man, she got them Tupac vibes. She like to fight, because I see that shit. You know what I mean? I've worked in bars. I was a police officer. I worked in bars, and I've seen the attitudes of people change by what they drink. And there's different concoctions, different chemicals. Y'all will be surprised what they're doing in these freaking factories and stuff. So I look at, if you're drinking Hennessy, if you're drinking that hard Hennessy, if you're drinking 151 and you're a female, oh my God, I can't deal with you. You know what I'm saying? But it may be, I'm not judging nobody, but I mean, and it's not nobody particular, but if you drink beer, I mean, I just think that I look at the lady and be like, oh, she probably a little gassy. You know what I'm saying? I just think about stuff like that. I know it sounds weird, but I just be
What if she a cowgirl, Gary? Cowgirls like by themselves, like cowboys.
She can keep her whip. She can keep her whip in her horse saddler by herself.
Hey, if she drinking beer, she's probably gassy, bro. She probably a gassy.
Oh man, yeah. It depends on how she drink the beer too. They got like the what's that one beer? It's more of a sweeter beer. You put the cinnamon around the top, the sugar. I'm like, okay, she at least she adds some elegance to the beer. But if you just drinking out of a mug and you a woman just pouring, I'm like, I don't want to talk that.
Old English makes people gassy, bro. You can't be drinking no Old English. I'm not talking to a chick at the bar with Old English, bro.
Especially some Natty Ice. You drinking Natty Ice, it's like, ugh, that's real nice, Natty.
Destiny, what you think? Destiny, what you think? Because you over there making faces, and I don't know if you making them faces.
No, it's a touchy subject because I don't really judge. Well, I can't even say I don't because, if I go out and somebody drinking shot after shot after shot, my perception of you gonna be different. I'm not really a shot person. So you drinking Hennessy, you drinking tequila, throwing them back. I'm like, oh, you a wild one, huh? That's automatic. Versus you go in and you see a dude at the bar, he just ordering a couple beers. Me personally, like I drink cocktails, so everything I drink is fruity and cute. But you're not gonna find me at a bar unless it's a steakhouse or something,
What
ordering
if some?
wine. I'm not there for wine. I can drink
What if,
wine at home.
what if they celebrating and that's why they're throwing them drinks back? What if
One. You said what if they what?
they celebrating something?
If you're celebrating, then that's different. That's different, but that happens sometimes, but that's usually not the case. It's just regular.
What's up, P?
Let's start counting together. 1.
Can you hear me, P?
Hey, what's that? Yeah,
What you think? You tell a lot about a person depending on what they drink?
I can. It's like she was saying, like if you throwing them back and you just don't have no regard for your intention and what you're doing, then yeah, it's cause for concern. That's a red flag for me.
Like if you're loud, you sloppy with it, you're getting loud, belligerent, and doing all of that, I'm definitely judging you. It's all about
Yeah,
how
one
you
five one.
conduct yourself. Yeah.
Oh, Bridget.
Yeah,
So
one five one
I
is
don't
when we
want
used to
if you come
start
into the
drinking.
bar and you see me at the bar drinking my food. I don't want it to be you look at me. You look at me and say, "Oh, she ain't drinking wine. She over there drinking tequila. I'm cool on her." I don't think that's a fair observation.
Nah, because I like tequila and I'm a tequila girl. But I'm not gonna be tossing them back, and I don't expect you to just keep buying me drinks either. That's not what we supposed to be there for. In that essence, that's why I said it's more intentional what you're drinking for. And if you got a substance abuse, that's what I'm gonna start looking like. You got a substance abuse issue. You don't know how to control yourself. Like you're doing too much. So that might be
Right.
something cause for concern later on. Like, okay, well, that's how you cope as a grown man or a grown woman. We have to reevaluate some things. So
Right.
that
So
might not
that's
be an ideal match for me.
Go ahead,
right.
Doc. Doc had her hand raised.
So I agree with P and Destiny. I'm not for certain if I would look at what they're drinking, but I would definitely look at the how much they consume. I'm real observant on that because I've seen people drink Hennessy and wild out, and I've also seen people drink Hennessy and they are the calmest person in the bar. So I'm not sure if I could say what they're drinking is a factor, but how much they're drinking is a factor.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that definitely was where I was going to lead to as far as it's not necessarily what is being consumed, it is the frequency on how much and how frequent they're consuming it. So if someone is there and they're drinking, it could be wine. If they have 10 wines or 10 Hennessy's, but you can have someone that has two wines, two Hennessy's, and be cool. And it's the intent on the person that is consuming, the drink. Are you looking for this substance to take you to another level, just like the young lady said, to cope? I mean, now if it's a like if you're celebrating something, then okay, well, yeah, but all in all, it's still the intent. Like, are you utilizing this to take you to another realm to get you something, or to do like to take you to another state of mind to either forget something or to celebrate something? It's all on the intent.
All right. So I made a post earlier this week, and I said when I used to go when I don't really go to the bar no more, but when I used to go to the bar, I would look to see what women drink. This when I was like really pursuing women. So, and I said if a woman was drinking wine, a mixed drink, a martini, you know what I'm saying, something like that, that's the woman that I would go talk to. So I got a lot of pushback this week, and a lot of women were, they felt the way or whatever. And the reason why I would pick women that did that because I don't like talking to women that's like everybody else. So if a woman drink Hennessy, Patron, and it's just my observation, and it actually works for me. And a lot of guys, you can actually take what I'm saying, because I'm telling you, it probably help you. If you drinking what everybody else drinking, Douce, Patron, any of that type of stuff, I wouldn't talk to you, because you trying to be like everybody else. But if you was that girl on the side drinking or sipping on that wine, that margarita or whatever, that's the one I want to talk to. And to be honest, those women that I did pursue, they were phenomenal women, and they also taught me a lot. They had more class. I'm not saying that women that drink Hennessy, Patron, all that don't have class, because I don't mind drinking that stuff either, but I don't really drink anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's never been my thing. Um, but for me, the women who were um, not going to the drunk and being belligerent and all that type of stuff, though a lot of those women were the ones who were drinking like a mixed drink, a wine, a martini, something like that. And then when you say tequila, what type of tequila are you drinking? Because Patron is actually it's a low grade of tequila. You got different forms of tequila. I got a friend that he bartends at high end places, and they come to the bar. They be like, "Yeah, let me get tequila," and he be looking at them like they don't know what the fuck they talking about. What type of tequila do you want? See what I'm saying? So a lot of bartenders, they also, and I asked 10 bartenders this week. I said, do y'all look at people a certain way depending on what they drink? And he said, yeah, we do. He know who gonna tip. I said, so if I go to the bar, or I might go to the Ritz Carlton and go sit at the bar, I might order a Makers, a double shot of Makers on the rocks. And I said, if I was ordered that, what would you think about me? He'd be like, oh, you a nice, this is a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? He probably got some shit going on with his life. He drinking some whiskey. You know what I'm saying? If I drink an 18-year-old scotch or whatever. And he said, depending on what they drink, that depends on how they tip. And I asked him, I said, the Hennessy drinkers, do they tip you? You know what he told me?
Nope.
Hell no.
Hey, can I say something? Well, first off, you said you going to the bar. Bar, they sell liquor at the bar. So if you go into the bar, most people gonna be drinking liquor. You ain't saying you went to a wine tasting or a winery where you gonna find people drinking wine. You know what I'm saying? If you at the bar, everybody gonna be drinking fucking liquer. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I don't go to the bar.
They gonna
I drink wine everywhere.
bottles. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna give you one of them little wine bottles. I don't drink wine, so but it's the same one they sell at the
They'll give you that shutter home. That shutter home.
Yeah, with a little bit
Get some of that Tay-Tay.
That's what you're gonna run into. But if you go to a winery, or if you go to a wine tasting or Cleveland Winery right there on Coventry, which is very nice. I've been there a couple of times. It's very nice. If y'all ain't been there, y'all should go. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's going to be a different vibe. You know what I'm saying? And yes, you're going to find that person who's going to be sipping wine and may be able to educate you on some wine, and the wine quality is going to be better. If you walk into what's the name of that bar? A recovery room right there at the corner of my damn street. Everybody gonna be in there drinking liquor. They gonna be drinking, or they gonna have them little bottles of wine. You know what I'm saying? So we might as well get some liquor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, depends on where you go. Also, you said bar. You keep saying bar.
Well,
and I think
Joe,
the bar. You looking for bar drinks.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. When you say my bar, and that's what this chick said to me this week. She said the bar. When I'm speaking of bar, I'm not talking about no regular bar. I don't go to regular places. I'll go to the Ritz Carlton. We'll go to Capitol Grill and go sit at the bar.
Capitol Grill.
So my definition of bar is not everybody else's definition. You know how many bars is there in different restaurants? You know what I'm saying? I might go to the country club and sit at the bar. I might go to what's that, 6-4 downtown and sit at the bar.
But I don't think they order a Hennessy at them places.
They not, and exactly. So depending on where you go, and I'm telling, and this is, our show is based on relationships. So I'm saying this to give people game. Depending on where you go, if you're looking for a certain quality of a person, is that's depend on your grade. So you
bars that don't sell Hennessy. Now why the fuck we talking about Hennessy?
Because I said it was.
What we talking about here? Stan, what we talking
We're
about?
talking to the same guy that spent 4 for 4s. Shut up.
Judge me, man.
Look, you at the Wendy's over there on Whitmer. I'm across the street at Palomar. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting at the bar over there.
I would just say, I listened to all of y'all points, and I still don't understand nothing that y'all saying, because to judge people off what they drink is crazy. Y'all don't know, like y'all was saying, y'all don't know if they're celebrating, y'all don't know if they're going through something, y'all don't know. And I know everybody in this chat didn't drink Hennessy, y'all didn't drink Patron, y'all had y'all times. All of y'all are just older now. Y'all have to realize a lot of the younger generation don't just go out and try different liquors. They don't know to try different liquors. Just like wine. A lot of people don't even know how to drink wine properly.
How old are you?
My friend yesterday how to drink wine properly.
How old are you?
5.
You 25. When I was 25, I was talking to women 45 and 35. And these women were the ones that were educating me on different wines, and not just wine. They also was educating me on business.
They were older women. So again,
the average older girl ain't talking to no 45.
Y'all done been through the liquor. Y'all done been through the Hennessy. Y'all done been through the Patron. All y'all done been through y'all phases of that. That's why y'all can say, yes, I drink this or I drink that. Or, yes, I'm not going to get out there and get drunk. A lot of people that go out, especially my age group that go out, we're not about to be like, oh, we about to go out to just sip and chill. No, a lot of people want to go out, have fun, take a few drinks. A lot of young people are still even finding out how much liquor they can consume off what liquors. So it's like, it's crazy to me, like, to judge people what they drink. Like,
okay,
a lot of
ISIS. If you go to the ISIS, if you go to the bar, right, and you next to a guy, he said, "Hey, can I get a let me try your finest scotch." Wouldn't that be somebody you might want to learn from?
We're not talking about learning from somebody. You asking, or would I judge somebody off of what they
We
drink?
are talking
and I'm
about
not
that because I made a post and I said that I look what women drink. When I don't do it no more because I'm engaged. But when I was your age, I used to go to the bar and I would look and I would look what women drink.
More because of
And to be honest with you, I'm not saying that everybody is bad that drink Hennessy, Patron, or any of that type of stuff. I never said that. It was my preference. It was my preference.
You just said when you were my age, you were in your 20s. You just admitted that you learned about liquor and wines and how to drink from older women.
I was drinking wine when I was 21.
That means you were being judged prior. That means you were being judged prior to whatever you were naturally yourself.
ISIS. When I turned 21,
until you thought,
when I turned 21, I got hip to wine. I got hip to wine because I was dating older women at the age of 21. By the time I was 25,
going back to what
you said 25. 25, I was on another level. The woman that I was with at 25, she
we're being taught to drink wine. A lot of people don't get taught what liquors to drink or what liquors not to drink, what wine to drink.
That's
what
my
liquor
point.
Is good, what
You're proving my point.
Right?
ISIS.
So why would you judge them if you don't know it?
ISIS, you're proving my point. And it ain't just the wine. The wine was just the name. It could be a bourbon. It could be a whiskey. It could be a scotch. It could be some type of drinks.
Well, why
but Stan, hold on. Stan, you was the exception. When you was 20, 21, 22, you was dating people that was twice your age. The average 21, 22, 23-year-old isn't dating somebody 45, 46. So you was the exception. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you can't talk about what the average person was doing because you're not doing what the average person was doing. You know what I'm saying? So I do understand both of you guys' point, but for real, I'm a tequila drinker. I love my Suavecito. I got me some Tennessee whiskey in my cabinet right now. Know what I'm saying? And that don't take away from me getting up, going to work tomorrow. Know what I'm saying? I don't care how many shots I take today, I'm still going to be at the gym at 5 a.m. and I'm still going to be at work.
We got somebody on my live.
I got one thing I wanted to run in.
G, real quick. Let somebody on my live right now. I want to hear what she got to say. Yeah, go ahead. What you got to say? You got a big forehead. So go ahead. Tell me what you. Huh? Go ahead. Yeah, we listening to you. Yeah.
Okay. That people want to compare. So it is about the drinking. Every liquor gives you a different feel. You know what I'm saying? And something outside of yourself in a sense. Now, wine is a go-to drink for a lot of women that's not though. It's just more like it get them a mellow tone, which means they can still, but they got an easier route. Like they got it drunk, but they not drunk. So the liquor is spiritual to come in. I mean, you don't want to.
Exactly.
You don't trust in yourself.
She sound like the lady of Poltergeist. Caroline, get to the light, Caroline. But pretty much what she's saying is things I'm saying. I don't want to talk to nobody that's a drunk. I don't.
So Stan, let me. That's the point I was gonna make, Stan. I didn't mean to jump in, cut you off. I wanted to get this thought out. So one bottle of Patron has a total of 25.6 ounces. So let's just round it off at 25. Okay. One bottle of Patron. The liver processes 0.6 ounces of alcohol, pure alcohol per hour. So if I go into a spot and I see a section with 4 ladies, that means that if they go through one bottle of Patron, they are alcoholics because they didn't consume twice the amount, maybe 3 times the amount of what their livers can even hold. So what you drinking actually matters to a man that pays attention to this shit.
And on top of that, like I said, this show is called Business or Pleasure. It's based on relationships. Now, ladies that's single, a lot of women reach out to me and they're looking for their perfect guy. I have a bunch of phenomenal men around me. And you know what my friends talk about? What y'all be drinking? You know what I'm saying? I got a friend right now, he just sold his house for $1.2 million. He's the man. He made $400,000 a year. He's 6 foot tall. He's single. Very nice looking guy. And he don't want to talk to no drunk. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that everybody's drunk or just because you drink Patron or Hennessy, that's what you are. But if a guy see you like that, or if he see you dressed a certain way, he doesn't want to be embarrassed. So if you're drinking Hennessy and Patron, you more than likely have a chance to get drunk. So if I'm taking you out with me and I'm in a room full of millionaires, you think I want to be out with somebody who breath smell like Hennessy? Hell no.
So it's a time and a place, though.
You know, they say when you get drunk, it tell your truth. So it's them telling their truth that they said.
It's a time and a
ability and emotions.
Hell no. And y'all men out there, young guys, I'm talking to y'all. Them not the women y'all want to talk to. Because you can't build with that. And I'm not saying everybody like that because some people know how to control your liquor, but look what we talking about. I gotta think about if she can control her liquor. Man, hell no. If I gotta think about stuff like that, I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm not talking to you. It's over with. And the caveat to that, my fiance, she's a wine drinker. She likes mixed drinks. She has a ring on her finger because that's the women I look for.
Yeah, Stan, but you taking, man. You can't talk for me. I might want me a cowgirl, man. I might want me somebody who drink look at this. I got Tennessee whiskey right here. Oh, bottle. You talking about food?
Yeah, but Joe, try it. Next time you go to the bar, and to be honest, I know we talking about Poochie said, "What's up, Joe?" To be honest with you, yes, I'm talking about different. You got different type of bars. You got restaurants, but even if you do go to a hood bar, because I used to go to hood bars, and you know who the so you got successful people that still go to hood bars that are professionals. You know, they'll have a long day and they'll go there and drink a Long Island or a martini or some wine or whatever. They just want to hear some good music, eat some good food. Because Cleveland, we got some man. Our bars, we got some of the best food, man. Some of the best restaurants is in the bars. So what I'm saying is you can go on happy hour and you can go meet you a teacher, a doctor, or a different type of caliber of woman at a hood bar. Trust me, I did it. So, and I can't speak for you, Joe. You 30.
I'm 40, man. I'm 39, man. I'm about to be 40.
I was
But
trying to give you some grace.
hey, listen, man. I go to the country bars. So it's so different there, man. I go downtown when I go downtown. You know what I'm saying? I go to the booth. I go to the booth, scoop saloon.
Me
You know what I'm
personally,
saying?
I've been single for 5 years. I can go 5 more.
Then
That's only
the
because
from my corner, or even
She
some
said
of them,
she's single, y'all. So whoever interested in her, she got orange hair.
it's gonna be a different vibe. You know what I'm saying? Because I go to, you already know, I like country music. I do country things. I go to rodeos and I go to bonfires and I go to country fest. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be women in there drinking Bud Light.
Well, you get you a farmer. You get one of them farmer chicks with a big back there, Joe. That drinking that beer. That's what you get, man.
So another factor here in the Cleveland area in reference to the bars.
Hold on.
Oh,
go ahead, Joy. Let her.
oh, I'm sorry.
A
big factor here in a lot of the bars are the cutting of the liquor. A lot of people are getting scared or even turning to wine because they fear that a lot of these bars are cutting their liquor. So they would rather drink something that is enclosed, to whereas they know, nobody is affecting or messing with, something that's encased, a wine or a beer. But a lot of these bars are getting a bad rap.
Yeah. See, one thing about me too, Joe, my parents did drugs. You know what I'm saying? I got put in foster care because of that. So I don't really drink, you know what I'm saying? Just period. Like that's just never really been my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying I'm a saint. Like I will have a drink or I may drink a beer here and there or whatever. But I already don't, that's not really my thing. So, and I don't know if it could be hereditary in my family if I'm out there being the damn drunk and all that. I just did a panel. I just did a panel a couple weeks ago, and I was on stage with like 8 other gentlemen. And my own cousin that sat next to me, he almost lost his marriage from drinking. I didn't even know that he was drinking like that or whatever. And he had to stop drinking to save his marriage. He almost lost his job because he was drinking. You know what I'm saying? To the point where he would be sitting on the couch slumped, and his daughter saying, "Why daddy always sleep when I come home? Why daddy always sleep when I come home?" And his wife, my cousin, say he just drinking hot juice. That's the hot juice. You know what I'm saying? So liquor, it can affect people in other ways too, man. So it's not even about just this whole thing. Like it's the mentality. And then if you go even deeper, what's getting put in the music right now? Being accepted to drink and do all these different pharmaceutical drugs and all this type of stuff. It ain't nothing cool about doing drugs.
That's what I was gonna say. A lot of people say, "Oh, I don't really drink. I smoke weed."
You cope your pain from drinking and doing all this other stuff. Like the pain gonna still be there once you sober up or you come down from your high or whatever. The pain is gonna.
And that goes into like just people being equally yoked because you don't drink. So the person that you're pursuing, that you're looking for, they can't be a drinker. Other people who drink, they probably don't care as much as you care. That's how big of a little close to home for you. You know, like you grew up seeing alcoholics and your family was alcoholic. Some people, and it is hereditary. It actually is known to be hereditary. So you want to just be careful. Some people be like, I don't drink because I don't want to turn out how this this family member turns out. And other people, they see it and then they become the same exact thing.
Yeah. I just think I know back in the day, remember when the term crack is whack was like real big? You know what I'm saying? They used to talk about that in the music. Crack is whack. Now you got artists who's talking about eating a Molly and don't even know what they put in it. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's not, how you gonna have an argument with me about being an alcoholic, man? Cause I want to be fucked up. Like that's not attractive to me. And that go with being the classy. It comes with class and polish. And I'm not saying that we are perfect, because I'm not perfect either. But
it's all about the treatment somebody gets. You feel me?
Yeah.
How they've been treated shows their life where they at right now. If they've been treated badly and they still got a good heart, of course if they don't find solutions around no guidance or they don't have guidance from their family, then they just figuring it out. When people drink, they just trying to figure it out, to be honest. But some of them be so in the drink that they think that's the solution. And it's temporary numbness.
Also, too, to some Isis, she's still on here. I think I kind of quieted her again. I've been having her on mute, but a lot of people that don't drink wine.
Man, stop coming for me.
I'm messing with you. Hey, but look, wine. You said I'm gonna give you some game right now. People that go to wine tasting, it's not meant for you to drink the wine. You know what it's meant for you to do? Drink it and spit it out. You're tasting the wine. You swish it around your mouth and you spit it out. We be going to these places and be getting fucked up off wine. They looking like, why is they drinking the wine? They have no class. So I ain't gonna lie. I went to a wine tasting. They got one every year at the IX Center, and they have the food where you can sample the food is wine and beer. You could try the different ones. But I drank the wine. I ain't gonna lie. But I know what to do. You see what I'm saying? I know that you're not supposed to actually drink it. You're supposed to taste it and spit it out. You see what I'm saying? So it's things like that you will be able to learn from this whiskey and bourbon guy. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to learn that from somebody like myself. Or a guy that do drink scotch or wine, or you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying the beer drinker or whoever else wouldn't, but
bourbon get you fucked up quicker. That bourbon to get you messed up quicker than that tequila will. Because one of my investors, every first Friday, he has a bourbon and cigar thing at this cigar thing. And I stopped going because that bourbon turned me way quicker than tequila ever did. You know what I'm saying?
You know why, Joe? Because you're not supposed to get wasted off bourbon. You supposed to sip bourbon. Bourbon is meant for cigars. You taste it. You're not supposed to be sitting there drinking it like it's Hennessy. That's why. And on top of that too, real quick, Gary, you see what you just said? My investor has bourbon. You see the type of caliber of a person that drinks whiskeys, bourbons, scotch, you know, those different type of drinks.
I'm talking about the alcohol content. The alcohol content. Like when I used to go in them, you know, with all his people and everything, I would be around them. I would be like, no, I don't want to drink. I just drink water. I drink water because the very first time I went, you know what I'm saying? They like, oh yeah, try this one. Oh yeah, this one was in a barrel for 50 years. And this one was in a barrel for this and this, you know what I'm saying? And after about 2 or 3 tastings, I'm like, man, my stomach hurt. I'm sweating profusely. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a bartender. So each one of those drinks, you're supposed to consume a certain amount. So because of the percentage of the alcohol, so if it has a high alcohol content, then you're not supposed to drink a full glass of it. So each percentage plus the amount that you drink, that plays a part in. And then too, as far as a man and a woman, you know, it's your body content, it's your fat, all of that plays a part in how you consume the drink.
And I wanted to add to that is that when I went to mixology school, one of the things that they taught us was that these alcohols were actually designed for medicinal purposes. And a lot of them were designed to be you were supposed to drink them warmed up. So when you heat them up, it activates a whole different type of herbs and aromas. It smells totally different. They weren't meant to be drinking with ice and things like that.
What alchemist is that?
Oh, that's my high value friend. He wear the gold tie. You know what I'm saying?
What's poppin', spiritual supervisor?
She cute, Gary. Look, yeah. Hey,
I gotta get acquainted with him.
Yeah, see.
You can follow me. You can follow me at Living My Scripture. Living My Scripture.
That's my high value friend right there, man.
So I asked a wonderful AI, should you judge a person based on the alcoholic drinks they consume? And what I got back, it's not ideal to judge someone based solely on the alcoholic drinks they consume. People have different purposes for various reasons: cultural background, taste, personal experience. and even social settings can influence drink choices. For example, someone might prefer a simple beer because they enjoy the taste, while another might choose a craft cocktail because they are passionate about mixology. Judging someone based on their drink choice can oversimplify who they are and miss a nuance of their personality and values. Instead of focusing on what they drink, it's more meaningful to consider their character, actions, and how they treat others.
Also,
In short, so yeah.
Go ahead, Dexter. I'm sorry.
No, it just ends with that. In short, drink choices don't define a person, and it's always better to approach individuals with an open mind rather than making assumptions.
Also, one more thing too. Some game for y'all. When you go to let's say a certain gala, or if you go around a bunch of people with money, they purposely put drinks there to see how you're gonna behave. You know what I'm saying? So if you go there and you literally go there to just get drunk, they like, oh yeah, now they see how you are or whatever. That could actually hurt you from a certain deal. Like most times, like especially when I have my events and stuff like that, I don't drink at all. People like, oh, you want to drink, Stan? You want to drink? I'm like, nah, I'm good because I want to be conscious of what's going on around me at all times. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Goes back.
when you came to my event, you asked me about drinking. She had a bottle of Patron. Now think about it, and I was like, no,
Goes back to what time and a place. Like
yeah.
when I was with investors, I don't drink none of that bourbon because I can't handle it. I'd be like, no, I'm good. I just drink water. You know what I'm saying? Or like when I'm out with my investors and we out doing certain things, I might only get like one shot. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be sloppy or whatever, and I still want to be alert.
Yep.
But if I'm home and I got that bottle of Tennessee whiskey sitting right there, you know what I'm saying? I might drink 2 shots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially if I got people over. If I got people over and we laughing and joking and chilling, you know what I'm saying? But I don't drink enough to where I can't function or to where, I can't get up and go to work tomorrow because my time is my money. My phone about to die. I'm about to jump on with you, Gary.
We about to get off. We about to wrap this up though. But yeah, you made a great point. It's a time and a place for everything. So we shouldn't be getting drunk and belligerent and falling out. And I remember, man, when I was in my early 20s, I was at a bar at the Velvet. What's that? The Velvet Dog downtown. I was so drunk, I fell all the way down the stairs to the bottom. Y'all ever been to the rooftop at the Velvet Dog?
Yeah.
Damn, that's a long way down.
I did. We failed, man. And I didn't even feel it until the next day. I was asleep. I was asleep at the bar. You see what I'm saying? Cause I used to date bartenders too, but all her bartender friends, they would give us free drinks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm drinking everything, or everything that come my way. The margaritas, the little fruit drinks, all that. And I was asleep at the bar. She woke me up, and we like, trying to figure out who gonna drive each other home. We both drunk, and I fell all the way down those steps, man. That's not a good look, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't like being drunk. I don't like that feeling because I like to be conscious of what's going on because it's a lot of bullshit. And then women too, y'all got to be careful because man, people slip stuff in your drink and all type of stuff. Don't leave your drink just out. Y'all go, watch the people that y'all around. You know what I'm saying? So that's
a great segue for something real quick. I was a former sex crimes investigator, and one of the things that we came across was Grey Goose activates the same blockage of the neurotransmitters in the brain that GHB, the date rape drug, does. So you got to pay attention and don't think that these people up in higher places don't know this, that are making these drinks and stuff. They know.
Wow.
And they smiling at you on my NG. They like, who is that dude? He sound like Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? They like, dang, who is that man?
Oh, that was good, Gary. Oh, that was
I'm
good.
about to hook you up on a blind date, G. I got you, man.
That was good. That was good.
You in Florida right now, Poochie? You in Florida? Where you at? Oh yeah, she gonna be back. Well, he traveled, man. That dude be all over. He be all over the world, man. His passport been stamped about 50 times. Like that's nothing for him.
Stan,
Huh?
That's Poochie.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? Hey, why you ain't say nothing to me at Stan's party? I ain't even know you was there.
The time is right.
Yep.
What she say?
She said she was.
Hey, Gordon, I'm
All right, Clark. Okay. All right.
You may have to edit that out though, Stan, because Grey Goose may come after you.
I will see you on.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah.
Exit out
I ain't big enough yet, so they ain't worried about me. Yeah, I ain't at that level yet. Mentally, I am, but it's coming. But yeah, man, we gonna wrap this up, man. But I'm gonna end it with a story. I was downtown. I had an event, and I had some of my gorgeous ladies with me, and you know what I'm saying, we was having a good night. So they was drinking, but some of them were drinking Patron. You know what I'm saying, that specific tequila. One of them got so drunk she went outside and got in a fight, and somebody hit her, and she had a seizure. You know what I'm saying? Because she was drunk. She was the one going after the people and all that type of stuff. And I ran out there trying to see what's going on. She was passed out on the ground. She was having a seizure, you know, and it was because of the liquor. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really like, you know what I'm saying? Like when we doing certain stuff, we drinking like that. I'll drink at the end. I never drink like to build it up, because once you drinking and you doing certain type of drugs, you're not in your right state of mind. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nothing cool about doing no damn drugs, man. And I'm speaking as far as the younger generation. They promote this stuff, doing pills, drinking lean, all this other type of stuff, man. Don't stop listening to people, because most of that stuff is influenced by the media. Snoop Dogg made a post and he said that I'm about to stop smoking. And then Meek Mill tweeted right after that, I'm gonna stop smoking. He did it because he seen somebody else say that they weren't gonna do it. So a lot of stuff that we do is because somebody else said they're gonna do it. So stop listening to people and be your own man, be your own woman, be a leader.
Facts. Yeah, don't do what Uncle Joe do. Because Uncle Joe might not always do the right thing. I mean, I'm a law-abiding citizen, but sometimes Uncle Joe might not do the right thing. So don't do what Uncle Joe do.
And if you do talk to a woman that drink beer, talk to one that put the sugar around the brim. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I say, man, I go to like country bars and stuff. So it's a lot of like Bud Light and a lot of like Miller Light, you know, and that's what the women drink. You know, that's what they drink.
I'm not talking to no woman that drink beer. That's over with. I don't want to smell her breath and it smells like beer. Hell no.
Like, they drinking whiskey.
She a woman. Like I dated a woman that did. She did drink beer and stuff, but I didn't take her serious. She was just somebody I played with. But somebody I'm gonna be with, I don't want to talk to no woman that's drinking on no beer. That's over with.
I got you. Each his own, man.
Each his own, man.
Hey, listen, man. If I pull up to this rodeo and all they got is Miller Lite, then that's what the fuck we drinking. Miller Lite.
Yeah.
That's the it and all.
Miller Falls. What a combination.
Yeah. Well, I love y'all. Business or pleasure. Good morning, good night, good evening. You know what I'm saying? S. Dot. On the panel. Isis, you know what I'm saying? With the spices, with the folk in it, you know. Got beat again in the
Leave that one on this podcast. Don't bring that to the next one.
Hey, I'm ready. You know, you got paper, I got this. Yeah. And you got that clock behind you because you know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm gone, man.
It's on. Y'all be safe.
Thank you.
Shout out to all the Tennessee drinkers, West Side.
Right.